Hey, welcome to my channel. This is a scary story from a Reddit user. So I was driving cross country alone. I was in Arizona and I was heading towards Colorado, and I had unbooked any hotels in advance. So, as the day wore on, and I still hadn't found a place to stay, I started getting a bit nervous. I was driving through some pretty desolate areas with very few services, and the sun began to set. I knew I had to find somewhere to crash soon. I started looking for a motel or a hotel, anything really, and I saw one about 10 miles off the highway. I didn't have any other options. So, even though it looked a bit sketchy, I decided to check it out. When I got closer, I could see that it was a small 2-story motel. It didn't have a name, and the paint was chipping off the walls. But the most alarming thing was that there was a single light on, and I could see a single car in the parking lot. There was only one building, and it looked deserted. But then, I saw it. One single flickering neon sign above what I assumed was the office. It just said vacancy, and it blinked in. Well, I didn't have a choice. I pulled into the parking lot and walked into the office. The only sound was the buzzing of the fluorescent light overhead and the hum of the air conditioner. And then I saw him. The man sitting behind the desk was extremely pale, and his eyes seemed to twitch erratically. He barely looked up at me. "Only one room left," he said. "Room 303." I thanked him and headed to the room. As I walked down the hallway, I could feel something was wrong. I looked back at the door, but it was impossible to tell because the room number was facing the wall. I thought maybe they had taken the numbers off. That was probably why he had told me the room number before I even asked. But when I reached my room and pushed the door open, I saw that wasn't true. The room was clean enough, but the wallpaper was peeling away from the walls in places, and the TV didn't work. But I was exhausted, so I threw my stuff on the bed and passed out. And that's when it happened. It was exactly 3:03 a.m., and I was awoken by scratching coming from inside the closet. It was slow and deliberate, like someone or something was dragging long fingernails across the wooden door. I froze. What was that? My mind raced trying to come up with a logical explanation. But before I could come up with anything, the noise stopped. Silence. Then I heard a knock. I sat there paralyzed with fear. Who was out there? I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. My voice was stuck in my throat. Knock, knock. Again. It came from the closet. I don't remember how long I sat there, but eventually the knocking stopped and I was able to fall back asleep. But it happened again. I was awoken to the same sound, fingernails scraping against wood. I got out of bed and walked toward the closet. I was debating whether I should open the door when suddenly it flew open. I screamed and backed away, but it wasn't empty. There were scratch marks inside. They were fresh and deep, like the wood was being torn apart. I stumbled back, knocking over a chair in my haste to get away. I ran out of the room, down the hallway, past the office, out the front door, and into the desert. As I ran, I looked back at the motel, at the room. It was impossible to make out any details, but there was something in the room with me. I kept glancing back over my shoulder, half expecting to see something chasing me through the darkness. I didn't dare look back again until I was safely in my car with the doors locked and the engine running. That's when I saw it. The road I had taken to get to the motel had disappeared. It was like the entire stretch of road had been erased. I was trapped. I turned around, but the entrance to the motel was gone. In its place was a solid brick wall. There were no windows. There was no way out. Panic rising within me, I spun the wheel, slammed my foot on the gas, and raced away. I know this story isn't very detailed, but I do have another one if you want to hear it. Let me know. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I shall oblige. That story came in through our tip line. If you have a story you want to submit, visit our website. So scary. So, where do you work now? In a library. You know, you're a very calm person. Your voice is soothing. I need that when I read these stories. We appreciate you, by the way. Our audience does, too. By the way, where do you live now? Oh, same place. Why do you ask? Just checking up on you. I heard your apartment building has a creepy elevator, too. You never said anything. You don't mind if I come over for dinner sometime, do you? What are you doing, Mr. Williams? Have you been listening to all my stories? I thought I could trust you. I thought we had something special. Don't you remember? You were the first subscriber. I let you read the first story and then the second. You were always coming up with reasons why you couldn't come to my house. Allergies. Oh, allergies. But you're here now, aren't you? So much for allergies. I didn't mean to listen to your stories. I couldn't help myself. I needed to hear them. But you've never visited me. You always say you're busy. How am I supposed to get close to you if you won't let me come over? Well, I can't tell you how to get close to people. You'll just have to figure that out on your own. Why did you have to cut me off so suddenly? I still have questions about your life. So many questions. Oh, it's not that I wanted to cut you off. It is. Just that everyone in this town knows your story now because you went and published it online. Look, I'm sorry if I offended you, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. It doesn't bring me happiness to think about it. Do you really think I could hurt you? That doesn't make any sense. I would never hurt you. You didn't answer my question. What are you hiding? I promise I won't tell anyone your secret if you tell me. Please. Is that a deal? Why are you here? Get out. Let go of me. I tried to break free, but his grip was tight. His eyes were wild, intense. He looked like a man possessed. Please, Mr. Williams, let me go. I'm warning you. I can't control what I do when you do that. You know what? You're right. I shouldn't force you. You deserve a choice. But please, just hear me out. Okay, I will hear you out. What do you want? Anything. Just let me go. Fine. Here's your chance. Run. Go as far away from me as you can, and don't look back. I want to see if I can do this. Okay, run. Okay? So you want to play it safe? You want to make sure I don't, slip up and hurt you? How about this? I stay here and you come over to my place tonight. How about that? I mean, if you're scared, I understand. No, it's not that. I can't control what I do when I get excited. I don't want to hurt you. I do want you to come over, but I don't want to hurt you. Well, I appreciate that, but I'd rather not come over tonight. Maybe tomorrow, I'm sorry. I gotta go. Goodbye, wait.